What up, everybody? It's your boy Young Fizz, aka Mr. Dope Status on Instagram, and welcome back to another tutorial. Today we are back inside the Maschine, and I'm going to help you understand the Reverb plugin. We will explore how this reverb differs from the others in Maschine. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and please do not forget to turn on the bell notifications so that you will be notified when I drop a new video. Let's get into today's tutorial, which is understanding reverb in Maschine. Let me start off by playing the audio I'll be working with today, which is this snare sample. All right, now let's load the reverb. We can do that by clicking the plus symbol, scrolling down to internal, and then over to the reverb. Let's take a listen to the default setting, which is room mode. The other two modes are hall and plate, and we will be exploring those shortly, but first let's unpack some of the parameters to better understand our reverb. First, we have the reverb time, and this simply adjusts the reverb decay time. Let's take a listen. Go ahead, set that back to default. Next, we have the room size, and this allows us to adjust the size of the room. Let's take a listen. When turned to the right, we increase the perceived size of the room and the reverb reflections. Now let's take a look at the color section. We are given 4 parameters to work with: damping, modulation, diffusion, and pre-delay. So you might be asking yourself, what do each of these parameters do? Damping adjusts the high frequencies of the reverb. Let's take a listen. Modulation sets the modulation amount. Having it set to 0, which is all the way to the left, will turn the delay modulation off. Diffusion controls the density of the reflection in the room. By having a low diffusion setting, the echoes in the room will make the sound more distinct, versus a high diffusion setting will create reflections that sound more like noise, which are indistinguishable. Pre-delay adjusts the initial delay between the original signal and the first reverberant sound. Now we have our output section. The mix allows us to adjust the ratio of the effect between wet and dry. Before I move to hall mode, I do want to mention that this reverb is equipped with an EQ section that consists of a low shelf and high cut. The low shelf adjusts the low frequency content on the reverb, while the high cut adjusts the high frequencies on the reverb. Let's take a listen. While the room is best suited for snare drums, I find it useful for drums and other percussive sounds. Now let's take a look at the hall mode. You will find that hall mode is similar to room mode, except you will find softness taking the place of diffusion. What is softness? Softness has a couple of functions. First, it alters the balance between early reflections and the late reverb tail. This changes the amount of diffusion. Secondly, it allows you to soften the reverb and push it more into the background so that it doesn't muddy the dry sound so much. Let's take a listen. The rest of the controls pretty much remain the same. I find hall reverb useful when creating those big ambient sounds as heard in EDM music. Last but not least, we have the plate mode. Right off the bat, it appears that we lost some controls, but technically we did not. That is because the decay is used to adjust the dampening of the plate, which directly affects the decay time of the reverb. Under the color section, we are equipped with low shelf and high damped, and pre-delay still remains the same. Low shelf controls the frequency content on the reverb. High damp adjusts the dampening of the high frequencies on the reverb. Let's take a listen. I find the plate mode good for vocals, but can be used on other elements as well. If you found this tutorial to be helpful, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on the next tutorial. It's your boy Young Fizz, and we out.